Welcome back to the IB Investor channel. In this video, we'll cover 4 Swedish compounders within the industry sector. All of these 4 are serial acquirers and are quite unique in their own ways. However, they have something in common, which is their ability to beat the market in the long run. Now for the first company here, which is Addtech, and we can see here the net sales here have been growing pretty nicely year over year here, especially here in the most recent years here, where we can see that the numbers have accelerated here. So we can see the net sales here at 20 billion here, which is almost twice that of 2021 figures here. So quite steep growth here in terms of net sales. And we can also see the EPS growth here in orange. So currently here the trailing 12 months here at 6 kronor a share, and that is more than double here compared to 2021 or 2020. So very fast growth here in terms of net sales and also earnings per share here for this company. Now for management performance here, and we'll take a look at the return on equity first. So we can see here that it's been double digits here across the board, which is very strong. And we can see that in the most recent quarter here, they have a broken fiscal year here. So that's why it says Q2 in 2024. It does not mean that they're in the future. It just means that they have a broken fiscal year. So this is our Q3 report here for most common companies here. But for this company, it's the second quarter here for 2024 because of this. So we can see here double digit here return on equity at 28% roughly. And it's been pretty strong here for the past 2 years. And also here return on invested capital here also quite strong here at the high teens here, currently at 16.6% here. And we can also see that it's been double digits here across the board. So very strong performance here from management here. And lastly here for the share price development here, and we can see the company has done very well for itself here. So the 5-year period, as we can see, the company has returned a massive 340%, but this does not include the dividends. If you did include the dividends, you would have added another about 20% here. So 363% in total with dividends reinvested here for the 5-year period. So a very strong performer here and certainly a compounder in my eyes here. Now for the next compounder here, the second one, so Lagercrantz, and we can see the net sales here in blue, which is growing pretty nicely here year over year with only one gap here for 2020 to 2021. But in the most recent quarter here, so almost 7.9 billion here, which is very strong. And we can see that the net sales have doubled here since 2018. And we can also see the EPS growth here in the orange bar. So currently at 4 kronor a share, which is twice that of 2021 figures. And this company is also, it also has a broken fiscal year here. So the Q2 2024, it's not in the future, but rather that's our Q3 earnings here. So another confusing company here where the quarters are just a little bit messy here, but no regard. The company is performing very, very well here, as you can see. Now for management's performance of this company here, so we can see the return on equity here has been pretty strong here, especially as of late, where the return on equity here for the most recent quarter for the rolling 12 months has been 27%. And this company has an internal target here of 25% plus, which they have reached here in the past 2.5 years here, which is very strong. And we can also see here the return on invested capital here at the bottom. And it's a little bit lower here, so that of 15% right now in the trailing 12 months, but it has been lower here, as you can see. But some years it's been a little bit higher, especially here back in the days here in 2015, 2016, the number were quite strong here, but still a 15% return on invested capital is pretty strong overall. And now for the share price development of this company. So pretty much the same picture as Addtech here almost. So 290% here for the 5-year period. However, if you would include the dividends or reinvest the dividends into this company, the total return for the 5-year period would have been 308% instead. And we can see the very nice line here going upwards here. So very good growth here for this company and certainly for shareholders holding the stock for a long period here. Now for the third company here, Lifco in this series, so you can see the net sales here in blue, so currently at 24 billion here for the most recent quarter, trailing 12 months, and we can see that it's twice that of 2018, so this is also a fast growing company where net sales is growing nicely here. And in the orange bar here, we can see the EPS, so the earnings per share, and it's currently at 7 kronor a share here, so almost twice that of 2020. So very fast growth here in terms of earnings per share, and we can also see the historical growth here. Earnings per share has also been pretty strong. So in 2014 to 2016 we can almost see a double, but certainly here it was a double here in 2017. So very fast, strong growth here for this company called Lifco. And now for management's performance here, so return on equity starting here. So we'll see the company here has performed very well over time. So currently a 20.7% return on equity. So a little bit lower than compared to the other companies that we've seen so far, but a 20.7% return on equity is still very strong. We can see that it's been around that number here for most of the period. And also then return on invested capital here, so currently at 15%, which is very similar to the other companies here, and it's been around that level here for many years, with some years here being off here 10% here, but for the most part it's been double digit here, low teens to mid teens here. So very good performance here again from management, even for this company. Now for the share price development here of this company, we can see that it has performed a strong 235% here for the 5-year period. And when I looked at the total return, dividends reinvested here, it actually looked like it was the same number here as this number. So I'm not entirely sure why that is. Could be the case that maybe this company has had a very low dividend yield here, which is the result here of a, not per se a bad reinvestment rate here, but still a 235% total return is no slouch. It's a fast growing stock here, certainly. And now for the final compounder, Indutrade here. So the numbers here, the net sales in blue, we can see that the numbers has been growing pretty nicely. And this company has performed a 31 billion Swedish kronor here in net sales for the rolling 12 months here for the most recent quarter. And we can see that if we go back a few years, it did double its sales here from 2017 up until 2023. So a little bit slow moving here, or not slow, but slower net sales growth there compared to the other companies, but certainly no slouch in regards to many other companies. And looking at the EPS growth here, we can see that it's currently at 8 kronor a share roughly, and we can see that it did double here since 2019. So quite explosive growth here for this company in terms of EPS development here. So very good numbers for this company. Now for management's performance here, and we'll start with the return on equity here. So we can see that it currently has a 20% return on equity, which is very strong. And we can see that it's been around that level for the most part here for many years. And also return on invested capital here. So currently at a 12.2% here. So a little bit lower compared to the other companies. But we can also see that the company has been in line, or actually has had some higher numbers here in the past, but has been pretty much in line here of the most recent years here. So low teens number basically for Indutrade here for management performance. And now for the share price development here for the final company, we can see that Indutrade has performed a 215% return here for the 5-year period. However, if you did reinvest the dividends here, you would have received a 223% return here. So a little bit higher that of the normal share price development here. So very strong as well here. And we can see that the growth has been pretty linear here as well over time. However, this company had a overvaluation here certainly in 2021, and we can see that the share price has suffered since and has not returned to its all-time levels, which is very similar to the other companies here in this series. All right, this was it for this video. So a smaller series here of some Swedish compounders here. So thanks for watching, and please do like the video if you did like the video, and do subscribe to the channel for more content. Thank you very much and have a pleasant day. Bye.